People in West Michigan are proud of their communities, so 13 is on your side of town, showing off what makes those places special. Today we're going north of Grand Rapids to a place known as the Red Flannel Town, Cedar Springs. 13's on your side of town.
If you're on the Cedar Springs side of town, you'll be near a fairly new bakery that's helping to revitalize the downtown area. And Emily, you got to visit.
That's right. Busy Mom's Bakery first opened its doors just 1 week before the state shut down at the start of the pandemic. The owners thought the business might be toast. Instead, more than 2 years later, they're still baking lots of bread.
I've loved to bake since I was 9. And I started because my mom didn't want to do it. And I was like, can I do that? She said, go for it.
That love for baking hasn't always been a career. Husband and wife, Tom and Sharon Wilkes, say baking started out as a hobby, selling baked goods at local farmers markets.
It's like an artist where I make this work of art, I sell it and do it again. It's wonderful.
And when the corner of this storefront became available in the heart of downtown Cedar Springs.
It's got the giant windows, right? We're right here on a corner in the middle of downtown.
It's got the cute little awning and the white facade.
And it screams small town Americana, which is what we really wanted this bakery to emulate.
With the logo to match.
This is Red Flannel Town, so we went with the red flannel and the fact that it looks like an oven mitt, the crisscross on an oven mitt.
The two met in the military, both serving as medics in the Army, Tom even deploying to Iraq. They moved back to Sharon's home state of Michigan in 2016 and opened Busy Mom's Bakery in 2020, 1 week before the state went into lockdown amid the pandemic.
We were under the essential businesses. Plus, every store sold out of bread and flour and yeast, so we were the only place to get it.
We have the only stone grain mill that'll sell straight to you in the county.
With the help of their service dog in training, Frosty, Busy Mom's Bakery is bringing new life to downtown Cedar Springs, hoping more businesses follow.
And it's in all of our best interest for downtown, especially to succeed.
We're taking a look at the Cedar Springs Library, which is celebrating 5 years this month. It features programming for babies to adults, along with lots of books, DVDs, and computer services for all ages. The summer reading program gets underway June 13th. This year's theme, Oceans of Possibilities.
We want families to dive into reading this summer, and we really encourage reading during the summer because it just helps excel the kids in the next school year to be better readers and gain a ton of knowledge. So we have a ton of amazing programs and reading incentives for the kids.
Library is also planning a variety of events and will be offering summer craft kits for children. If you'd like more information, log on to the library's website or Facebook page for all the details.
You can tour the one-room Payne Schoolhouse in Cedar Springs to see what it was like when one teacher taught all 8 grades.
Our digital producers Riley and Amy take us to No-No's for this edition of 13 Eats.
Today we're here in Cedar Springs. You guys at home voted for your favorite restaurant here in town and we get to try it out. I'm here with my lovely co-host Amy.
We are at No-No's. It is a great Italian restaurant. It smells really fantastic in here.
We haven't eaten anything today. We are ready to dive in and carb load. Let's do this. The smell in here is incredible. It smells like bread just coming out of the oven. It smells buttery in here. I can't wait for our meal. What are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, so when I think of Italian food, I think the first thing that comes to mind is kind of the familial aspect of things. You know, you're sitting down with your family, having a big bowl of pasta. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I think that kind of hefty comfort food I'm excited to try.
And having this place owned by a husband and wife duo, I think it adds that family aspect to our meal, so I'm excited.
It's been a passion of ours to cook, you know, I learned as a kid with family, you know, making Italian food and all the recipes from my parents and grandparents from Sicily, and that's just what I know, so we just brought it to the nice community and it's been phenomenal.
I mean, like, are you kidding me? This looks just amazing. So much sauce, so much cheese.
And the smell is immaculate. We have to start somewhere, so what are you choosing?
I've really been eyeing the tortellini, so I think I'm gonna start there. What about you?
This meatball is calling my name. I gotta try it.
All right, let's have a cheers. Let's cheers. Oh my God. That tortellini is so soft, the filling is so creamy, and I think it just is perfect with that little kind of tangy marinara.
This meatball is perfect in every way. It's got that sort of crunchy outside, that texture is amazing. The spices in it are really good. It's got like this Italian seasoning that I'm gonna keep taking bite after bite of this meatball. So we just took a bite of the chicken parm.
It's perfect. It has that kind of, crunchy exterior. I love how thin it is.
That marinara, I love it.
It's really fresh, but at the same time, I don't know, it's got almost kind of a sweetness to it that contrasts really well with the savory of everything else.
Today we were on your side of town in Cedar Springs. We tried out Nono's Italian restaurant.
Until next time, I'm Amy.
And I'm Riley.
And this is 13 Eats.
Cedar Springs was very active in logging. Red flannel undergarments were produced for the loggers whose work required them to be outside throughout the harsh winters.
It's known as the Red Flannel Town and celebrates that heritage each year with its Red Flannel Festival. The community event started after the unusually cold winter of 1936, when red flannel shirts were hard to find across the country, but not in Cedar Springs, where merchants were well stocked. Nina and Grace, who own the local paper, printed a story about the town's supply.
Just because you can't find them at Saks Fifth Avenue doesn't mean that we don't have them. They had them here in Cedar Springs, and that was posted across the United States, and that's kind of how it all got started.
The Red Flannel Festival is now in its 83rd year, and this year it will be featuring a lumberjack show, car show, grand parade, and craft show. Now, some of the events start on September 24th, but the big day is October 1st. If you'd like to volunteer, contact the festival office.
One place you will not want to miss in Cedar Springs is Deer Track's Junction Adventure Park. It's a place for all ages where you can visit and interact with a wide range of animals. There are pigs, goats, bears, bison, camels, and ostriches, just to name a few, and new this year, prairie dogs and pony rides. They also offer a drive-through safari.
Only one in Michigan that offers you the chance to bring your car, grab some food, and drive some winding trails and feed some animals out of your car. Some you'll feed from your window and some you'll feed from inside your car, because sometimes they can't wait for a treat.
Deer Tracks is planning to open Memorial Day weekend, weather permitting. They will be hosting several events and summer camps in the coming weeks. Just visit their website for all the details.
The name Cedar Springs came from the abundance of cedar trees and the springs found throughout the area.
Well, Cedar Springs is in northern Kent County. It's about 20 miles north of Grand Rapids. It was first settled back in 1855. Now, the name Cedar Springs came from the large number of cedar trees and springs in the area. It became a city in 1971. Cedar Springs is home to about 3,500 people. About a quarter of those people have German heritage. We can't visit 13 on your side of town in Cedar Springs without highlighting the outstanding students here. One elementary school in particular, Cedarview Elementary, is a Special Olympics Michigan Unified Champion School. And what that means is every day students show everyone what acceptance is about. In fact, here's a video they made to pledge to spread the word inclusion.
When you see us, we want you to know that friends are always there. When you see me, I want you to see a human being. See me, I am a best friend.
When you see me, I would be a baseball player.
When you see me, I want you to see a weird and kind personality and a girl who loves pigs.
When you see us, I want you to see us as a cool friend and a good teammate.
When you see us,
we want you to see someone you can trust.
When you see us, I want you to see
a good example.
When you see us, I want you to see us as leaders.
Oh, it's such a great pledge. Joining me now is Bree Floyd, who's a special education teacher at Cedarview. And Bree, what did you think about this video that the students made about being inclusive?
I was so impressed with how they did. They came up with most of that all on their own. very little help from us teachers, and it made my heart, I almost cried when I watched it, how it came out.
And being a unified champion school isn't just in school, it carries on after school as well, including sports.
Correct. So part of Unified Champion Schools is having inclusive sports, and this year we chose bowling. So during school hours, our wonderful principal, Carol Franz, allows us to take time out of the school day, and we go bowling, and we went 6 times, and we just had a great time bowling.
And how does that work as far as who the athletes are, who the students are? They buddy up?
Right, they do. So our athletes are everybody in my classroom. The people who come with us, the other classroom, 5th grade, and we take a different group of kids each time, so everybody got a chance. And the 5th grade classroom, everybody actually got a chance to go twice, so they really loved it, and it was great.
Well, we have a couple of students here now that we want to talk to find out what it's like. Come on over. We have Triton and Evelyn. So tell us about what is it like to be part of a Unified Champion School, Triton?
Being a part of Unified Champion School is very great. It's good to be with other people, and it's fun to learn with them, and
Yeah, well, Evelyn, how about you? Why do you like being part of this?
Because it's about friendship and everything else, and it's better than to have a friend than to be alone.
Because
forever.
a lot of times kids think that other kids are different and they don't want to talk to them, but really everybody's all the same, and everybody has special abilities, don't they?
Yes, they do. Everybody's mind works the same. Some works different, but we all have the same talents, and so.
And Evelyn, how does that make you feel to know that everybody accepts and includes each other at school?
It makes me feel happy and proud for everybody to be together forever.
Oh, that's great. Triton, what could you tell kids who are watching who aren't part of a Unified Champion School? How can they do it? Why should they do it?
I would tell them that you should always accept people for who they are. Don't ever tell somebody that they're bad at something or that something that is mean. Always help them out on the way along.
Oh, that's great advice. Thank you two so much. And thank you, Bree Floyd, for doing this. And anyone who's interested in being part of a Unified Champion School can go on the Special Olympics Michigan website, which is somi.org.
The Kent Theater was built as the Hubbard Opera House in 1880 and was used for all types of entertainment, including movies, both silent and talkies, chicken suppers, fiddle contests, dances, and vaudeville productions.
Oh yeah, and this is one of the big attractions right here, Kirk. Families are out enjoying this nice weather. The sunshine came out, having dinner. There's a birthday party behind me. But there's another place here that's been at the heart of the Cedar Springs community for 120 years, and that is the Kent Theater. It is a community-owned and operated venue used for films, theater productions, and large meetings. Through the years, it's hosted everything from dances to school graduations. It was even a print shop. According to Kent Theater's website, there have been rumors that the building is haunted, but those have not been verified, just so you know. The theater currently shows films on weekends. Cedar Springs has activities for all ages. You can head downtown to check out restaurants and shopping, or hit the trails for biking and walking. The city's parks are home to activities throughout the year, including the Summer Concert Series, which kicks off on June 8th. The big event in Cedar Springs, of course, each year is the Red Flannel Festival. It takes place the first Saturday in October and celebrates the old-fashioned red flannel undergarments. It's one of the longest-running festivals in all of Michigan. And to learn more about the city's history, be sure to visit the Cedar Springs Historical Museum, located in Morley Park.
The most famous icons of the Red Flannel Festival, the Keystone Cops, drive an antique fire truck, arresting anyone who's not wearing red. Bail money is $1.
This downtown has been growing for years. Just last summer, Cedar Springs opened its brand new firehouse. It's a $3 million project funded through a millage. That's how it was built. Fully volunteer-run fire station. However, the old station is still standing, with questions now of what to do with the former building.
And it was 40 years old, and it met the need for a while, but we got to a place where our fire trucks would actually not fit. And the new fire trucks were too long, and If you're telling your firefighters that you have to be really skinny to be able to get in this, walk sideways to get into the truck, that's sort of a problem.
The mayor said they may tear it down, adding the space to the heart of Cedar Springs Park, which is right behind where I'm standing. The new fire station also houses their antique Model A fire truck, which is used for parades and celebrations.
The first Red Flannel Festival was held in 1939. This year will mark its 83rd year, making it one of the longest running festivals in Michigan.
I am here at the Cedar Springs Brewing Company, one of the most popular places with both residents and visitors in Cedar Springs. Joining me now is, he's called the Director of Happiness, the owner of Cedar Springs Brewing Company, Dave Ringler. Dave, almost 7 years later, what do you think about what your dream has turned into?
It's amazing. Build it and they will come, right?
Yeah, so, that's right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm a West Michigan native, and this was really a, it was a dream. I kind of had it in the back of my mind from the time I was in high school, and we found a wonderful community here, and I had friends and family that are in Cedar Springs, and it's been great.
And
so.
The beer is the thing. You have both
it's
Bavarian
yeah.
and regular American craft beers too. What are you drinking?
Yeah, we really specialize. I was an exchange student in Germany, and then I ended up moving abroad for about 5 years, so I really fell in love with that Bavarian culture, and I wanted to share some of that with my hometown. So I was traveling abroad to get this beer. This is our Kuster Original Weiss beer, which is an antique Bavarian wheat beer style, and I was sick of going back and forth to get it, so I said we have to build a little brewery and make it ourselves. So.
And the food also is delicious, including the authentic cuisine as well.
We take before COVID certainly, but we take our cooking staff over there every other year, and then our brewing staff over there every other year. So we'll train for a week or two in Bavarian breweries, and we're really trying to bring some of that culture back here to our home in West Michigan. But we also have American smokehouse pub grub as well for people who maybe aren't into that sort of thing.
So you have so much going on here all the time. Right now, this is Jeep night. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we did this about 5-7. I'm a Jeep enthusiast. I've owned a whole bunch of Jeeps, and I have a 1981 CJ7 sitting right over here. But we started this with our friend Kevin Irwin, who's a realtor here locally, and then we're working with Graf of Rockford as well, which is a wonderful Jeep dealership. And we built this about. This is our 6th year of doing Jeep night, so it's really just kind of growing organically, and Jeep fans from all over the community, new, old, big and small, and it's a great way to kind of check out some of the Jeeps are very personal.
Yes,
people kind of customize.
And there are so many other events, and we can find out what's going on. Can we go onto the website or the Facebook page?
csbrew.com. Our Facebook page is very, very active. All kinds of stuff going on there.
Well, we can't thank you enough for how you've led to the development of downtown Cedar Springs. You've really been
we appreciate you guys being here all week. That's been really, really cool. And you wore red, which is wonderful.
Of course,
I
would do that for you. Dave Ringler, Cedar Springs Brewing Company.
Cedar Springs was very active in logging. Red flannel undergarments were produced for the loggers, whose work required them to be outside throughout the harsh winters.
Arlena Holland takes a look at what the red flannel town might look like in the next 5 years.
Cedar Springs, home of actual water springs, is focused on growth over the next 5 years. The two big areas are infrastructure and parks and recreation.
We really try to be that small town feel.
Cedar Springs is a small town in Kent County, but one that offers a large lifestyle. Mayor Pamela Conley,
I am exceedingly grateful to live here,
is enthusiastic about her community and its progress.
And if you want to maintain health and quality of life, you need to be able to move and you need to be able to get out in nature.
That's why there are lofty goals to improve parks and recreation in the city. It all begins here at the heart of Cedar Springs Park, connected to the White Pine Trail. It's home to a natural rain garden, cleaning up water before it flows into the creek, and the amphitheater built last year, ready for new summer activities.
We have a Concert in the Park series that the city sponsors, and it is every Wednesday starting June 8th.
Also, the Cedar Springs Spring.
This one over here has been going for as long as anybody could remember, easily over 100 years.
Conley said there are more of them around town, but they're capped, and they hope to locate them in the future. They are also in the early stages of building a community building on or near the park and working on grants to build a playground. Infrastructure may not be the most exciting thing to boast about, but Conley knows it's vital for the city's people.
I grew up outside of Flint, and the water is really important. We are working really hard to make sure that our water is safe.
Years ago, a new wastewater treatment plant was built, and the water is continuously screened for PFAS and other toxic chemicals. There are big projects to update city sidewalks and streets. Many residents have already noticed the bridge work over the Cedar Creek.
I know lots of people are frustrated because it closes off Main Street, but when it's done, it will be safe and fabulous.
Downtown, businesses continue to grow. One standout is a number of marijuana shops on Main Street. Conley said the city council worked for years researching and ultimately decided it was a health benefit to many in the community. While it's too soon to tell the tax benefit, Conley said owners have joined the chamber, been part of trash cleanups and other city initiatives.
I think they're a good asset to the community in a way a lot of people didn't expect.
Overall, for the flannel capital of the world, expect to see quite a few things coming while maintaining that small town feel in the next 5 years. In Cedar Springs, Elena Holland, 13 on your side.
Thank you for joining us for this look at Cedar Springs. When 13 is on your side of town, it's all here on 13 Plus.